Welcome back to the Fortune Teller Store. If you're catching us on replay, don't forget to heart it up. I'm here with Paris Debono, the Fortune Teller.
Hi everyone.
Hey, how you going?
Good.
What are we doing now?
We're going to do a lesson about using Find a Man, the original Find a Man deck.
Okay.
Okay. And so welcome to Fortune Teller TV. I have some students here that are going to be speaking, and their manicured hands may be on film as well. Okay. So the question is from a male client, and he is a gay male, and he wants to know about this guy that he may be potentially dating. Now, I know a fair bit about this client because he's actually my client, and I was speaking to him on Skype last night. So I wanted to see if the cards reiterate what we talked about last night and sort of re-show the picture. So what I'm doing is, just so you all know, we're going to make the my client, we're going to make him the Heart's Desire card. And we're going to make his potential partner the man. Yep. Okay? So what you do with Find a Man, the original deck, is you shuffle and you spin some, because you want some upside down and some up the right way. Okay? So I'm shuffling, thinking of him, and when you feel ready, I stop. So I'll give it to Layla, and you can lay them out for me.
The first one.
First one up, yep. Okay, so the first card is the card of study, work, and money. So this is a love question, and we're starting on a card that's not about love. So what does that say to us? What is the vibe that this reading's giving across?
That he's more focused on work.
He may be more focused on work. Yep. Yep. So what's important to this couple, do you think, or these two people? If this is their foundation, what is important?
Money or status? Career?
Money or status and career. Yep. Yep. Okay, so that's quite fascinating that that's come up first, and I'll explain to you as we go on. So if you just open up the top three cards. Now these three cards are the past. Okay. Now our client is this card, obviously, right? And he's the Heart's Desire, which is himself. And the Heart's Desire card, or his card, is upright. So what does that say to us about him?
Upright meaning he's open to relationship, but he's in the past position.
Yes.
Right next to the career card.
Yes.
And then the other side says you already know.
Yes.
So that means that he knows himself that he's focusing on the career and he's probably not available for a real relationship.
Very good. Very good. Excellent. So what you said is all, I would agree with all of that. Now if we notice as well, his card is surrounded by non-love cards and another money card. Okay, so in this deck, the diamonds represent money, just like diamonds are wealth, to do with wealth and money. We have two of those in this line, and we have the clover. Clover's a bit like a little plant growing. So clover's usually associated with things that grow, or luck, or opportunity. So that's why we have new opportunity, and you already know. Now he already would know, because he's got the you already know card next to him. So he's probably already made up his mind. Okay? So, and I can validate that because he sort of does know what he's going to do. Okay? Yeah. So let's just keep going. Now let's look at the present line. Okay, wow, we've got two double whammies here. Okay, so we've got an easy connection presently. So what does that tell us about their relationship?
He has a casual dating going on at this moment in time.
Yeah.
Nothing serious, but fun.
Yep, yep. So to give you a bit of background on this story, because I can let sort of some of the information out, is my client has met a potential partner, boyfriend, but the boyfriend doesn't make much money. He's got a really crappy job, and they live in different countries. One lives in America, the other one lives in Asia. So my client who's Asian has to fly over to America to meet up with his boyfriend, because the boyfriend can't fly over to Asia because he's got no money. So this has been a big problem because my client ends up having to pay for things when he's in America. So if they go to dinner, he's got to pay for it. If they go to get a taxi, he's got to pay for it. So this has been a real problem for him. So it's very interesting to me that this whole reading starts off on study, work and money. Right? Now, the thing is, he's already clear that he doesn't want to be with the boyfriend unless the boyfriend gets his act together. So he's already given him an ultimatum. He said, I like you, I want to be with you, but you need to get your own money. You need to get your own work. You need to get your own job. Now, he does have a job, but it's like a part-time job and doesn't pay a lot, okay? So he's a very educated guy, but for some reason he hasn't been able to get a job, and this is frustrating my client a lot, okay? So it's interesting that they do have an easy connection. In fact, he just got back home from visiting him, and he told me that it was frustrating because he had to pay for most of the, like even the groceries he had to pay for, okay? So, and they're about the same age. They're in their sort of early 30s. So it's not as if there's a big age gap either, and one of them's older and one of them's younger. But so that was the thing. Now, there is a sense of what here from our client?
Like fun? Just
Fun, attraction, lust.
Something sexual?
Yeah, sexual. So he did tell me that they were very attracted to each other. However, what happens next is not very good. Okay, what happens next, it's almost like bang, bang.
So something unexpected happens, and then they were not letting go of each other?
Yeah, yeah. Now, in the playing cards, spades usually means cutting off, a bit like a sword. So spades are associated with swords, hearts are to do with cups, like in tarot, and diamonds are to do with pentacles in tarot. So diamonds are to do with money, heart is to do with emotions, and spades is to do with cutting off. The apple is one that I added, which is usually like a third party or some sort of lustful situation. Okay. Now, interestingly, the boyfriend hasn't appeared yet either. So this is kind of more the feelings of my client here. So let's look into the future. There he is there. Okay. Okay. So we've got the boyfriend of the client, and he's smack bang next to not sexy. So what could happen with his energy, or even though my client's got a strong desire, lust, what could happen down here?
Probably attraction for him is not big enough
Yep,
for the client to keep paying for it,
yep, yep,
everything.
yep. Now if we look here, they do have an easy connection.
But he's connecting with the money.
That's right, but it's before it gets to the heart, to my client, there has to be something that sorts out to do with the money, you see. So there is a nice, pleasant vibe here, but there is a frustration because it has to kind of go through that filter. Now, if we go to the future line, we've got not sexy, love and romance. Now that's almost a bit of a contradiction, isn't it? So possibly the boyfriend may experience both these energies. He may love the client, but he may also feel not good enough. Okay, not sexy can sometimes mean not good enough. Okay. Okay, now the last card is very interesting because the last card is travel and network. So it still ends on a travel and network vibe. So I would read this as they are probably still going to visit each other. Okay, so they may still be able to travel towards each other, but there's a feeling of this one kind of going in and out of love, and this one kind of being clear of what he wants. He wants something to do with money and stability and esteem, yeah? Whereas the boyfriend is very emotional. If we look at his cards, he's quite emotional, not sexy, but I love you.
So
I'm
the
attracted, but I'm not.
That's
Yep.
the blind spot when you said in regards of the financial issue which he has and
Yes.
the age what you mentioned. Can there be some underlying reason why he is in financial situation but he didn't tell to your client?
Possibly, yes. Possibly he does have some sort of money problems that my client doesn't know about, yes. In fact, last night in the reading, I said I could see that there was some hidden money even. I said there's some hidden money that he's got tucked away, but it could be through his family.
Yeah.
But it sort of came up in the reading, and he said he didn't know whether that was true or not. And I said, you might find out later that he has some money, but it's not really his money. It's through some sort of...
Has he
Yeah.
ever had a marriage before? Sometimes
No.
what happens is that a man has to pay alimony.
No,
And if he doesn't
he
pay,
wasn't.
then
As far
he
as I
can't-
know.
he's not allowed to leave the country. Yeah.
Yeah, as far as I know, no. As far as I know, he's single. The boyfriend is single, and my client too. Yeah, so no, it's not a marriage, but he may have some sort of debt that we don't know about.
Debt.
He may have some sort of debt that he's accumulated that we don't know about. Okay, so that's kind of the outcome. Now the last card is traveller network, which kind of leaves it a bit open ended. It's sort of saying it's going to depend on the distance and the travelling. I think they'll probably see each other again, but I think this my client's pretty adamant about what he wants. Now the other thing, just to finish up, is the heart of the matter. The heart of the matter gives us kind of like the insides of the reading. So we've got lust and blind spot. What can that suggest about what's in their heart? Yeah, what does that suggest? What do you think, Rita?
The client
Lots.
client might need to do a bit of inner reflection. Maybe there is something he is avoiding to see.
Yes. Yeah, it could be a blind spot and a desire that isn't there's something that's misaligned here.
Yeah, we've got some scopers saying not seeing all about the person and they're
Yes.
blinded by lust.
Yeah, absolutely. Not seeing all by the person, blinded by lust. I'd agree with that. There's something a little bit odd here, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's something that doesn't quite fit in the
He's
middle.
hiding something.
There's something hiding, or there's a desire, but it's a blind spot. It's a bit like a self-sabotage thing going on there too. A denial. There's probably a bit of a denial thing.
Denying that it's based only on lust at this stage.
Yeah. There's something amiss. So if you were to have a reading with a client like this, you'd have to, bring that up to them. You'd say, look, there's something that doesn't quite gel. There's a desire here, lust, but then there's a blind spot. So there's something almost like I want from you, but I also can't see what it is. And, the client may or may not know what that is at this point in your reading, but it doesn't gel. This section, this is clear, even this is clear, but this bit is not. Something's a bit like murky in the core of it.
Do you,
Okay.
on this case, do you read the other side? If you read the other side, third party from the past.
You can do that, although yes, you can do that, because what will happen with cards, any type of cards, is your intuition will kick in. Okay, so with Lenormand and Find a Man, often we start off with basically no intuition and just reading and getting a vibe, and then overall you start to kick in your intuition. So yes, you can look at the upside down cards, even though our two main players are upright. Yeah. So yeah, then you can go anywhere with it.
Under strict and certain circumstances only. That's not a free for all for
Yeah.
everyone else.
Yes.
Going to make a mosh pit of this
Yeah.
reading.
Ultimately, you have to use the cards in Find a Man and Lenormand. You can't use just intuition because then there's no point having the cards,
Yeah.
right?
It's interesting that both actually, like your client is knighting the, I don't know what's the name.
My client's knighting
the
the
black cards.
oh, these ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
They're both knighting,
both
yeah.
looking
Yeah. Yeah, there's a sense, they are knighting each other too, and there is love and romance too.
Yeah.
So there is slow and steady progress as well if we knight it that way. So it's an interesting mix, but that's exactly kind of what my client was saying last night. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Should we leave that one there? Go back.
We can leave that one there. We'll just say goodbye. Bye.
Bye. Bye from Ray-Bans.
We're waiting for a nice wrap up and you're just like, bye from Ray-Bans. Okay, great guys. If you like this and you love this, please follow Paris Debono here, right here. Put on the click on the little egghead and follow him, and don't forget to share and heart it up.
Are you calling me an egghead?
Yeah, you are an egghead.
Click on
Thanks,
the egghead.
Kingdom Healer. We appreciate the great feedback. Thank you, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.